Sounds fun. Good morning, guys. Play some Witcher. Thanks for the loots. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing today? I'm too lazy to learn another language.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to?
I wish you could
This
skip
I
these.
did not know.
Sometimes, like, man, we've already been over this like 4 times because we've been doing so much side stuff. We haven't really been moving the main story much, so it's literally just the same thing over and over every time we come back to the game. But German sounds fun. I'm really glad that they're right on topic, but making chargers match up. I swear, trying to find like a charger for my kiddo's tablet that she used to play with when she was younger. Been trying to like find the charger cord to it. I can't find one, none that fit it. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember those days, but like finding chargers and you have like 1,000 of them, and none of them fit what you wanted to fit.
Scram before I lose my patience.
Excuse me. Teleport over here. Far enough that we could at least get this thing done. Why do small streamers sometimes have slow mode on, I tell you? Remember the name of it? Says the merciful sovereign heard us, Grace Anna was journeying to the northern realms to lay before your mission. A terrible monster appeared in Duchy of destroy the beast. Oopsie doo. Just accidentally got rid of my quest again. Can you imagine traveling this far without music? I've met people that never play music like in their car either while they're driving. I don't know how they do it. Never understood it. Music while you're driving for a long time is just ugh. I guess some people don't drive at all, so they don't know what that feeling is.
Sam in the red, but you shan't back out on that account, eh?
Don't have much of a choice.
Come now,
Oh yeah, of course, these guys have this
You
little
Rotlick?
interrupt.
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
I like
Let's
racing,
do
so we'll do this.
this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You're that good a rider.
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Yeah, we're a good rider, I feel like. I don't lose often. Making my way down, riding a horse, da 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 da. Easy peasy.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
You only owe 200 coin to us, like nothing.
You got water on the brain?
Mastercraft style. See, that's why you always do the races and stuff. I mean, you could pick not to do them, but if you pick not to do them, you could lose out on stuff like that. This. Oh, they look cool though. Cavalry trousers. Go to the store. Oh, I like how Mastercrafted really sucks. I thought Mastercrafted was like the best. Apparently I was wrong.
Hey,
Hey ya. Apparently I was wrong. Of course.
Not so fast, Roach.
Cannot get him to like go this way at all.
that's it, Roach.
Stupid bush. What the heck?
Come on.
Why the heck would he not go left there? guess. You will not go left.
Not so fast, Roach.
Really weird. Really, really weird. It would not like let me pull to the left there. Just kept on getting stuck on nothing. On nothing. Excuse me, dears.
Greetings. Glad to take a glance.
Of course, please do.
I'm gonna go do the one guy for this stuff.
So long.
Blacksmith. Should be one on our way to him, I would think. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? How's it going?
Grand opening tonight. Grand in the evening. A performance by the illustrious duo, Mark the Dancer.
We start in G major. Which end?
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all.
Thank you, thank you.
But I'd imagine something more, you know,
Welcome to the
more
crew.
theatrical.
Don't you like it? But I thought a boudoir would be right in line with your tastes.
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. A boudoir's the perfect setting for a cabaret. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the Chameleon.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's
How's German going?
priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Sounds hard.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
I say most of the words as they are written by spoken is harder. Yeah, spoken's always harder, especially with how we pronounce words in different cultures. It makes it kind
Guess
of
everything's ready.
more annoying.
So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying. That's my boy.
Why not?
The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking,
He's all right.
and she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
I like his outfit. I
One
would wear
thing's
that.
eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the cloak and the dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time to learn.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Ask the dandelion! Priscilla, she's
What? Speak, man.
badly, been attacked. They took her to Vormerius Hospital.
Oh no.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course, let's go.
Of course. Boop bada boop boop.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week, a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No.
Huh?
You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat, I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers. Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
That's a cute emote. How you doing today, Carlos? What's up, my man? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Trying to find batteries. That's a Snorlax, right? I don't know where they're at. Oh, you guys. Oh.
Ready and intrigued.
How's he? Sorry, guys,
Forget
I'm back.
Whoever did this, Dandelion.
I had to
Even
do
if it's
something for the
Hierarch
kiddo.
Camelfart himself.
Thanks.
Finish one quest with them and get another one. It's fine. Kind of sad. I liked her, Priscilla.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I took matters into my own hands.
At no charge. You damned idealists, ruining the market for us.
What is it? Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Excellent fool.
Not good.
But of course. Yes? What is it?
Ursula, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. But of course. Yes? What is it? Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Huh? There's a lot of good quests.
Human. Wrong body type. Looks like necrophages got to this one.
Thank you so much for that, host Joker. How you doing? How's your stream? What's up? What's up? How are you? How are you? The place is huge.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard.
You're
clothes sticky
silly.
with sand. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
his genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
It was
See
fun.
anything interesting on his legs?
Where you play today?
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
And a different sense of humor. Look at his hands. These
Modern
welts.
Warfare?
Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
Oh, you playing
Expect
the,
so.
the new
No
game
one could
modes?
sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than...
I haven't tried MW yet.
Explains why
I
there's
tried
no
the
smell of decay.
actual game, but I
Why
haven't
his
tried
throat scalded.
the new modes.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out. Wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt. Like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
That's so crazy.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns. Blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
Somehow she lived and he died.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
All right, think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
But I like saving the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
He doesn't seem to be like be able somebody that's taught him.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's
Won't be
important.
surprised if he's the
Plan
one who
to
did it.
investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trevirans was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Front door? How weird. Like
Why
that.
do you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel, a rogue, like every man who wears the robes of the Eternal Fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer, delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
I decide when we're done with the subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist. The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them. Hubert, however, denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison. There you have it. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Shut off!
Hey, you! Yes, you! You got water on the brain?
You know on that, bro.
Awful fail. Oh, you scared.
Oh, didn't I?
swarms in the city.
Bloody bandits! Can't go out in the streets!
What's up, Eustace? Is it Eustace, the guy in
Eustace,
Courage the Cowardly
corpse
Dog?
collector.
With
Aye.
some-
How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned.
Thanks
Every
for loot.
last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
Yeah.
You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets, made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town. Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
Lay him out. Of course we're gonna punch that prick.
Sod off. Don't know nothing else.
Nothing hurts as much as not.
How do I get over there? Game's so annoying sometimes trying to get to places. Or at least in this town. Like, it's so hard to, like, figure out the right route. Oh, I've heard they hurt. Knock, knocking on the door.
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer. Looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on then. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. But better back and dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these two mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
It was like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, Blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. They care about some dwarf.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him?
Huh?
Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag." Rather obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Fine, we've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
Remember, good people, the fire can be a blessing and a curse. Fire can warm its flames. I'm the same lives. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds.
Someone dragged something across the floor, or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Wow.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Melitele.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple, when the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Fine, we've talked. Won't learn anything. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
Aye.
workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled, Fabian was overpowered, then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city.
Whole city.
Fine, we've talked enough. Won't learn anything else. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten. Nothing here.
Well, that's annoying. Is it one of those ones that it's free unless you want to do it for a while kind of thing?
Aye.
Fine. Won't
Yeah. Usually how it goes. At least thinks when you get excited about something like that, but it's like, do I really want to pay? Yeah. How much is it, if you don't mind me asking? Expensive. Some of those get really high, like $100.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Yes.
Watch it, tread.
That sounds fun. When's that?
I know that smell. Formaldehyde. A brazier. This time of year? Human. Priscilla's.
Grab him!
Sis, that him.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
That's it, you're in for it.
Come on, come closer.
Gotta get around him.
What's going on with these guys? Why are they attacking me?
Listen, kill him. Together now. Kill the whole set. Listen, together now. Kill the whole set. Right, Rick. You're carrion.
I don't know why these guys attacked me July 31st. Oh, it's a little while.
Hoes can fight back.
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, She was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally. We'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Does her brothers not work? She's got like 3 brothers. Like, none of these guys work?
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
What do you want?
I know that smell. Formaldehyde. A brazier. This time of year. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Got a problem?
So, what is it?
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought back. Her assailant retreated and knocked over the brazier. Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something. Started hollering. Guards showed up. Murderer didn't finish the job, didn't cover his tracks. Just collected himself and leapt over the wall. Trail ends there.
You divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints in the mud.
Do that practically every day in my profession. And practice makes perfect.
True enough.
Have you ever
Like
been
I
to a
can tell
concert?
right off if a punt'll pay or try to wriggle out of it.
That particular skill I could use myself. Take care now. And I got a murderer to catch.
Gotta be the coroner. That's what I would guess. That's it. But that makes too much sense, right? It can't be that easy. That easy.
Got so fucked up once, blood came out of me ears.
Elven blood, eh?
I was fucking about minding my own business, and suddenly...
Why is your hair so grey, darling? Welcome, Master Witcher.
That was nice. Everybody else is so rude to me. This guy actually said welcome. Tell ya, what a sweetheart. That was just like spits on me.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the store. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Wasn't paying
Who's
attention.
the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire.
Yeah. Von Gratz told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work
Around
in the
10 years
morgue.
ago? That's a while. Yeah, I've never been.
Past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Yeah. Which I don't like crowds and I don't like loud noises, so.
How old's Von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
That's weird. I don't believe him.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde.
Thanks for loot.
Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
What are you waiting for, Geralt? The murderer could already be at the Vegelbud residence.
How would he have got there so far? That's so far away. It's a town.
Till next time, Master.
Let's drink for it's nearly night.
What is it, Grey Boy? Looking for adventure?
I like Marilyn Manson. But I don't think I'd ever do a concert. I think my kiddo, fun fact, I think, at least they cancel it with all this stuff, is going to one, supposedly, this summer. Hopefully by then all this stuff is blown over. She's going to one of those. So she'll go to a concert before I do. It's kind of funny.
Got a problem? What?
But she's done a lot of stuff. Like the first time I went to the beach and played in the beach was with her. It's really nice. A lot of stuff that I never got to do growing up, she's got to do. Hope she appreciates it one day.
Hello there. Pawn in or buy?
Show me what you have in stock.
I read this.
So long.
Why'd you take it off?
I did it.
Did, oh. Why did it not stay on the path? A reindeer. Like the light bulb. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost a wheel and Joker got away. Hey. There you go. Oh no.
Take it easy.
There you go. I kind of like the thing on Red Dead where you could kind of just put it on cinematic and you could just run. Excuse me. Man, I've been so sneezy lately. I'm getting a little bit of dust, man, and it just drives me crazy. The big estate.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
No time to explain. Trust me, please.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Belitane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, and reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him!
Oh, come on!
All the murder. Or he went. Why are these guys attacking me? I don't know what's going on and why these guys are attacking me. I think we need to kill them.
Die, mutant!
I was watching you play part of the quest.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
AC, yeah. It looked like it was pretty hard. Pretty hard to play. Like it seemed like the monster.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight at once.
It looks tough.
Why did he do this to her? Why?
Distance gear on. Yeah, I was like watching you try to like steal somebody's shield and like you would like stab him a little bit then back up.
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire, only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body, a note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time. Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast. Another empty formaldehyde bottle.
Needs to worry, yeah. But the problem is just like you don't want people to get it, pass it around. Even though it doesn't really bother you, you know. If you get it and then you pass it to somebody else and they pass it to somebody else, that's kind of the issue, right? It's not so much that you should be worried about you like getting majorly sick from it. It's just like passing it to somebody else that could get hurt by it. This seemed to be the general thought going around. That's one of the biggest reasons we have this so badly though right now is because people kind of having the thought like, well, it won't hurt me, so I can travel, I can go do whatever because it's not that big of a deal for me. But then they pass it around like crazy.
Come on.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, it's not like you're gonna run into it. Hopefully the people that got it are smart enough not to stay quarantined. That's I said. I think it's just a lot of. I don't know. I don't go out much either. But it's kind of funny though. I think a lot of it is like it feels weird not being able to go out, even if you don't go out a lot. I should probably start my car actually. I haven't started in a while. It's been having battery problems, so I should make sure it starts. Guess I'll do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. I'm just gonna go start my car for a minute. Tell you, the only reason I think my car didn't start that one day was because somebody messed with it. I really dislike when people that are, and it's like family, so you can't tell them not to leave, bother your car. But a lot of times it's like they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, so they mess something up. Let me scoot up a bit. Scoot up a little bit there.
Come on, Roach.
Come on, Roach. I just remember to go back out there and turn it back off in a minute.
Trouble?
No monsters here, just humans.
Another drift of it from Tiberium. What do you seek, pain?
Some people think humans are the worst monsters.
Duty calls?
Up higher. That's what we choose.
Hey, we're right here. This guy's the best guy around for everything. He's a master. The master blaster.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Listen.
Let's repair everything. Guess some of this stuff doesn't really matter. So this rest of this stuff, I try to break down the ones that have like decent items and sell the rest. And we still weigh a lot. Wonder where all of our weight's coming from. Maybe food and drink?
So long.
But we got like a lot of weight. I don't know where it's coming from.
Gonna be sick.
Looking for something unusual.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
This life, sometimes it's a handful.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. To Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
One second, guys.
You're free now.
anything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me so hard I passed out. I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
What a douche. Thought I had to be the coroner. That's my first thought, because he's young. Oh, how'd he get out of here?
You're a vulgar one. Can see it in your face.
Hey, handsome.
Greetings.
Oh, here it is. The apocalypse. A witch has walked into my brothel.
What's strange about that?
What's strange is you. Everyone knows witches are freaks, mutants, unnatural. And this here's a decent brothel for whores with principles. Well, spit it out.
Thanks for loot.
All the same bits in your trousers like a normal lad.
Last I checked, everything was where it should be. Wouldn't mind a round or two of cards. Only need my hands for that.
He's cute. Such a boring deck. I want to try a different one, but we still don't have enough cards. I wish we had rain right about now. Ugh. I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. So much weird noises going on. Like hacking up on the long sound waves. I hate that it does that. Almost anytime I try to like grab my actually meant to use this one. There's Sky. We won.
So, a bit of lust in your fruit.
Got anything to sell? So long.
You get out of here. Yeah. So if you would have killed that guy without paying attention, the coroner would have got away and there would have been more dead bodies. So like that was to throw us off, right? Aren't the heck. I'm guessing. I'm kind of confused by this whole story part, this whole quest. But I think that one guy was torturing some of them, but not all of them.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire.
I think everyone eat toilet paper. Oh yeah. How you doing, Masterton? How's our favorite stud muffin doing? A gorgeous face of gorgeousness.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious.
1 sec.
I concur with the church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Oh yeah, you're at work? Did they do you guys teachers do anything? I don't really know any other teachers. I know a few, but I'm guessing there's nothing you can really do with all the schools being canceled. Ours, like here in Kentucky, they're in talks to like cancel school till next semester, till next year, next school year, anyways. That'd really suck for a lot of people.
You're a sick fuck.
I never expected you to understand. You're a cynic and an opportunist. I sensed it from the start. Ah well, this conversation has grown unpleasant for both parties.
Spring break.
We must move to the next item.
That's not too bad then, 2 weeks spring break already.
I last fought a Witcher 2 centuries ago. I do hope I remember how it's done.
And you? Have you faced one of us? No, you couldn't have. You would not have survived.
I see your stream's been going pretty well though. Your stream's always been pretty well though. Everybody loves them some Masterton. Always a good time. What's up, Perps? How you doing? I mean, this week would have been midterm, so not much, man. I'm trying. Yeah. It's tough out there, but you seem to be doing pretty well. I've been doing a lot of them sponsorships and stuff. What's up, Perps? It's tough to do sponsorships, though, man. A lot of people call you, like, sellouts, and you have to deal with a lot of nonsense. What's up, Amber? Wow, we got everybody here this morning, right? We got Amber and all the cool peeps. Got him. Easy peasy. Yeah, I said it, that's how it is here, which they get off for like... they only get a week of spring break here, sadly. It would be nice if they got more than a week. If they got more than a week, it wouldn't be so bad. Like 2 weeks, and then they'd only miss like 1 week. I knew he was a monster. I didn't know he was a vampire. I didn't really think about it that much, though, honestly. See if this mutagen's any good. Inventory. Nah, peoples. Oh, Amber. Tired? Everybody's tired. That's how you know you're an adult. You're tired all the time. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. +5. 5. Is there always +5? None of them are like higher than +5. We got a lot of the green ones, but not really many of the 5 ones. What do I want to do here? Another blue one, maybe? Are you liking the new BR for COD? Is that what you've been playing? I know I've seen you playing, but I don't know if you were playing like... I think you've been playing the BR, right? In zombie mode? Yeah. I love it. I didn't know if I was going to try it or not. I know it's free. So I thought about giving it a try, but I don't know if I will bother. Not even know. That's how I feel about this game. Basically the same thing as COD, right? The Witcher? Witcher, COD, same game. Totes. You gonna join me? Yeah. I'm in Discord, so you can join whenever you're ready. I should work out. So pretty soon, guys, in a couple minutes, I guess I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna work out with Perps. We try to take breaks in stream and work out for a little bit, so we're not just sitting the whole time. Kinda nice. So I'll be getting somewhat better shape. It would be nice to look down and see my toes again, right? Who doesn't miss seeing their toes when they look down? I just spit on us. What a douche. You spit on us too. Everybody spits on us. Spit, spit, spit. Gross, I know. So rude. Have you been keeping sane with the kiddos being out of school, Amber? I'm guessing yours has been out too. Everybody's kiddos are out.
Yes, Geralt?
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shani. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
I want to try out one of these new quest mode games. There's like a 30-minute one. Think about it.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because
For mistakes, I thought that's good.
You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed.
I'm fine.
Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept scalpel in hand than I ever was behind a lectern.
These murders. Got any suspects?
No, Geralt. Though all in all I should have.
What do you mean?
By virtue of my profession, I know Novigrad's underworld better than most. Dozens of mercenaries, racketeers,
When you know
bandits,
Swedish and
and
English, you
hired
can't.
assassins have had their turn on my operating table. Rogues, one and all. But I believe
You
even
can
they could not
also.
kill in this manner. So horribly cruel, yet cold, methodical, with absolute precision. Concluding this overlong explanation, I've no notion who's behind it, but I fear them like hell.
Hubert told me about your past, even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price, even a human life or two. But those are past sins, sins I've atoned for.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt.
That's nice,
Were it
though.
not for you, this would never have ceased.
He's a smarty pants. Smartest pants around.
Farewell. How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
You can talk.
Yeah.
He sounds fine.
The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Don't mention it. Nothing a friend wouldn't do. She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor Von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging.
Thanks for loots.
Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
What's up, Raz? How you doing?
Geralt?
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quite...
Say no more. Get well soon.
Oh gosh, hello. Scary every time.
Yes, Geralt?
Every time.
Farewell.
Oh, you got a good time, and then just finish that quest.
Oh.
You want to what? Honey, we're not supposed to leave the house. I know, they're crazy. Do you want to get down with the sickness? How do you know? Oh, cuz. Down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Honey, I can't just drop you off at people's houses. Drop her off, right, Perps? Well, guys, we're gonna take a small break. I'm gonna go work out with Perpsels. I don't know how long this video she picked is, but we'll probably come back and do Indie Raid, which will probably just be like the hemp game, which is like 5 to 10 minutes, depending. So we'll probably come back and do that. So we'll come back and we'll do that, and so maybe